Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Bears will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The give from the gun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. He's going for a big play downfield. Pulls in the deep ball. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the passing attack, they were going to attack all areas of the field. And right out of the gate, first drive, they go deep down the middle of the field, and they come up with a big one.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! First points of the day are on the board.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Offensively, I love balance. I love when I get some big gains on the ground, now taking shots down the field, but I got to protect my QB They did not keep him upright. He had a chance to make a play, especially after the big run play the play before. The defense was playing the run. QB couldn't get it done.
Makes the catch. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
When you play zone coverage, and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And the Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to run for it. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Rush is on him. On the run deep down the right side. He's got it on the outside. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to get one.
Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here's the handoff. Headed to the end zone, and you race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Got it in the middle, it's best. Turning it on! He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll go to the ground. Creates a little room. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Here's the pressure. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going for the big play. Got it in stride inside the 20. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Grab behind the line. It's Fleming. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Might be looking to run. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And that is no good. After the missed field goal, still down by 11.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires on the move. Complete to the left. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the 1st.
So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. Wants to throw on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat. He breaks a tackle. There he goes. It's a fumble. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Motion from the wide receiver. The pull and throw off the RPO. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter.
At the 50. 2nd down coming up.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Lamb. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34.
Second down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. This quarterback part of their running game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And the Tigers are facing third and inches. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
The Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the line.
The Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They go to the ground. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Got a man. It's Rhodes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Firing toward the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Baylor! Big time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Jesse, they'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, Dave.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Handoff from the gun. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. They go to the wide receiver screen. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's 1st down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that...
Deep shot for the end zone. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They get him down. Tough run. Picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19. The Bears have pushed it inside the 20. Here we go. Motion from the back. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Got it! They will score! Touchdown Bears!
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense, and also...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. They take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Extra point here will tie the game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kansas State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there and the Little Apple behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 11 to Florida. For now, it's back to you, fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Snags it quickly on the left. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Auburn lines up quickly.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go
Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes. And it's just a physical mindset of Auburn. And they're always that team that wants to run the football.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Harper. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. This offense starts deep in a hole. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got a man. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Wants to go up top on first down. Working that left side now.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up second and short.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Going the other way, and he's got room. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Guys, sometimes they call this hidden yardage, and the punt return man set them up with a 1st and goal. A run for the quarterback. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get 1 more snap off. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set here in the 2nd half as Auburn about to kick it off. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You can't start the 2nd half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the 3rd quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for 6. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical, so you need 1 yard, just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Holds and fires complete to the right. Turning it on. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Tackle is made at the 44-yard line. And that's good enough for a first.
And the Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now they'll run the draw. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And you can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football and do it trying to avoid these big 300-pound bodies running at you full speed. Not an enviable task.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Now with the first and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown Tigers! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Number 17. The catches.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Kansas State has just had no answer to the ferocious tail kicking they're taking today. And if you thought this coach was colorful before, wait till his postgame. They're trailing by 22 to Florida. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Off-play action on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's man. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards.
that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bears will have it 1st and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got his man. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
To the air on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run, and this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
The Bears trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush. And that really helps them out down here in the red zone. And they're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Touchdown, Baylor! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. He's going to take off. At the 40, there he goes. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Find some fresh air. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And for a draw play to be successful, it's not just the quarterback that has to sell pass, but also the offensive line. The tackles really letting their defensive ends rush up field, guards and centers passing their guys off at the last second, and then running down the field trying to get hats on hats in the second level. Beautiful execution.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Oh, they're after him! And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
And the Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Here we go,
Second down, they'll go to the air. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He tries to take the top off. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Bears decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch at the 30. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So here comes the Auburn offense. They'll run it from the gun. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Red pass, it's complete. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
First down for the offense.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm, and I think that's why he missed that throw.
He leaves it with his back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Man, this has got to be so frustrating because you're running out of time. You're running out of possessions. You got to get the ball back to your offense. But, man, this QB just makes a great play. He runs around, scrambles, gets a first down. So frustrating.
Auburn going to work with another first down. Rides the back and leaves it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Snagged out of the air. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew to throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking left. He's got it. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Tigers have it in scoring position on first and goal. Looking to throw on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
They'll run it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss. They completely flip the script, almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
This is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. Third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Auburn! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. He has been unstoppable, the ultimate dual threat, positively Cam-tastic.
And that dude was just so incredible to watch, and that's what he's putting on display. He's looking like that. Just whatever he wants to do, it's working, and this Auburn offense is cooking.
And here comes the Bear offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Ball is at the 35. It's first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Throwing right. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Throws for the tight end. Makes a connection. Open spaces. The 10. Touchdown Bears! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
1st and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Can't get it to the ground.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. A timely pickup to get the 1st down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football. I think he's doing a better job of that now late.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds a man on the right. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important 1st down.
For the offense.
New set of downs after the completion. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They go right back to it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Out of the gun, the inside kid. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely center cut. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kansas State has just had no answer to the ferocious tail kicking they're taking today. And if you thought this coach was colorful before, wait till his postgame.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll get rid of it. Got him downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate, and late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Here's a heat. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Gets the back moving. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Chucked it away just as he was hit. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode. And what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Unleashes to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
And this offense put together a pretty good drive, man, but man, did they stall out. 3 straight incompletions, trying to find something that would work, but this defense, they stood up after giving up some yards and really finished this drive well.
Wants to go up top. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Late touchdown here, but it would take a miracle of Lazarus-like proportions to come back now.
They got the touchdown. touchdown, guys, but I don't know if they're going to be able to even get a playoff after this onside kick attempt. If they recover it, they're going to have to do it super quick to give themselves a chance for the Hail Mary into the end zone to win.
First things first, they have to recover the onside kick, and then they'll have time for probably just one play. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground, and most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of